Welcome, Deborah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us. It's certainly a great pleasure for me, having grown up with you over the years, and knowing what a special person that you are, and all the work that you've done around the place. So I wrote a few things down that I'll just share with our readers and our bloggers. You're a TV presenter, you've been a magazine editor, you're a designer, you're a philanthropist, you're a fashionista, you've been host of Looking Good, you've been a getaway presenter, Fresh, Foxtel movie show, 10 years as an editor of the Australian Women's Weekly on beauty, fashion, and an editor at large. National Ambassador for Myers, National Ambassador for Qantas, National Ambassador for Holden. Launched a range of homewares, eyewear. You've now got this new digital media company, Balance, by Deborah Hutton. You've been an ambassador for the National Breast Cancer Foundation, the Olivia Newton-John Cancer and Wellness Centre. You support the work of the Salvos. You're a patron of Camp Quality and Victor Chang Cardiac Research.
You're exhausting me.
In short, you're amazing. I don't know how you have time to do anything else. But,
look, well, you are talking about over a very generous period of time. We're talking about since I sort of started modelling since I was 16. Well, certainly not 16 anymore. So you're covering a territory of more than 3 decades. So there's a bit of time in there.
Yes, well, I'm always struck by the fact that, what do they say? There's 3 people in this world: the people who want something to happen, the people who wonder what's happened, and the people who make things happen. And you're definitely, I think, in the category of the people who make things happen.
I think you've got to have that attitude in life, though. It depends on what your circumstances are, and I think for me, because I sort of started my career or my working life at such a young age, that I've always had to really push myself out there and make things happen, because I'll tell you a funny story. Many years ago, when I went to Hong Kong with some mates, we went up to one of these beautiful temples that they have, and they've got these guys, and they get, I think, these big sort of bamboo sticks, and they shake the sticks, and they're going to tell your fortune. And I said, oh, great, let's go and do that. So rock up. But anyway, they didn't speak any English, as you would expect. And anyway, so the guy's shaking the bamboo sticks and everything, and he kind of plays it out in front of me. And I'm thinking, I don't know what the hell he's going to say here. And he looked around, he looked things around, he said a few things I didn't understand. And all I could make out was, don't wait the rich boy. And that's what he said. I'm thinking, what does that mean? I think that means I'm never going to marry anyone with any money, which means I'm going to have to self-survive here. And this was years ago, and I went, yeah, that makes sense. I get that. That's okay. It was like, don't rate the rich boy. I went, yep, got it. Thanks for that. So I figure, you just got to go out there and do it for yourself. Yeah. And who else said it? I forget who. Someone I interviewed on the side said, a marriage or getting married is not a man is not a financial plan, and I thought that is very true. So, it's interesting, but I think when you have to, you just do it, and I think when your back's against the wall, you just keep on plugging away.
Yeah. Well, not everybody does, but you certainly have done, and I think you're an example to all of us, men and women alike. So what gets Deborah Hutton out of bed in the morning? What excites
you?
The
alarm. The alarm goes off at about 5:45, and I drag my sorry ass down to the gym. I live down by the beach in a place called Tamarama, which is 5 minutes from Bondi Beach, and I get up and I go and train down there 3 times a week. Other days of the week I go to Pilates, which is in another direction. So I get up. My exercise gets me up in the morning. It's the thing that starts my day. If I don't have that, I just get sort of up on the wrong foot. So I do that. It's kind of indulgent morning, because I go down and I train, and I come back and I take my dog for a walk, Billy. She's here somewhere. I should show you Billy. So she and I then go for a walk, and then by the time I come back and make a green juice or whatever, then I don't really start the day until about 9:30. So, and then that's the start of my day. That's my morning ritual, which is really important to me. So, as much as people want to get me up and running, and sometimes want to have meetings at 7 and stuff, I'm like, no, not available.
I love it.
I think at some point in time, come here. I think at some point in time, I'll just introduce you to Billy.
Sure.
Come here. she wants to play. Forget it.
Yeah.
At some point in time, you've got to really prioritize what's important to you, and not everyone else is as important to you as the things you have to do for yourself. So for whatever it is, whether it's finding time to meditate or exercise or just spending some quality time with your kids or whatever it is, you've got to absolutely put it in there and put a big red line around it that basically says it's quarantined and it's got a boundary. And whatever that is, you absolutely stick to it, because that's something that's really important to you. Your passion, your purpose, and you've got to maintain that, I think, for your sanity, because these days everything's on warp speed. We're travelling so fast that you've just got to every now and then just put the brakes on and go, I'm losing track here, so I have to stop and really focus on what's important. So I try to do that. I don't always succeed, but I try.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You've mentioned meditation there. What sort of form does that take for you?
I think I was religious about it. I did a course, TM meditation course, which basically asked you to meditate for 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes at night. I find that incredibly challenging to do that. So I shorten it, or sometimes if I just skip it because I'm on the run, I have little apps that I have that help me breathe, or it's got this wonderful one called Headspace, which is just something I can put the earplugs in, I can sit there, I listen to this beautiful English voice, and it takes me down. So sometimes I sort of have a few tools, meditation tools that I have there. So I wish I could say that I did my 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes at night, but I find that really, really challenging. One day I'd like to do that. But I think if you can even do it for 10 minutes a day, it's better than nothing. So you've just got to unplug, whatever means that is. And I have to say, even with Billy, taking her for a walk and leaving the phone at home and not listening to anything, but just listening to the waves and all that, that is, to me, that is just it's a beautiful mind space to be in. And that's what we don't have enough time, is just to be without anyone, without any phones, without anything, and just your own headspace. Whether you're meditating or whether you're just walking or you're taking in the beautiful trees around you, it's just important to have that time of just peace. I think it's just one of the most important things that we have to really strive for.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Exercise-wise, you mentioned it. Are you a daily exerciser, or do you have?
Yeah. I do it Monday to Fridays. Saturdays are my sleep-in day, and Sunday I get up and play golf. So that's not a sleep-in because I play in the morning. So yeah, I have to. Look, I love to feel fit, mind and body, but I love, I'm a cook. I love to cook and drink beautiful wine, and that's one of the greatest pleasures for me in my life is entertaining. I'm sitting here at my dining room table, and the amount of the fun and the times I've had here as I look out to my barbecue in my courtyard is with friends and beautiful food and fun times and some nice wines, and I love that. That's the part of balance that I exercise, but then I've got that other side to me, which is as important.
Yeah. And can you tell us a little bit about your Balance website and what you're endeavouring to do with that?
Well, Balance by Deborah Hutton was created, we're coming up to our third birthday in October, actually. There you go. It was created as a sort of to build a community, primarily for women. Funnily enough, we have about 25% male followers, and it's increasing, but primarily for women north of 40 who really wanted to I think it's a great period of change in our lives, physically, emotionally. A lot of things are changing, whether the divorce rates are up, we're asking you to work longer, where our relationships are changing, kids are leaving or they're not leaving, whatever it is, there's a period when you start to go, okay, let's just look, that's my year, so that's my life so far. Now what do I want to do for the next 20, 30 years? I need to be fit, I've got to maintain a certain lifestyle. So Balance is actually a place to you wanted to reconnect with yourself and what's important and your purpose. Listen to people, inspiring leaders and people who are doing it themselves and also suffering the same problems, and going, okay, I don't feel like I'm alone because that highly successful person is also going through the same thing. What are the answers? How do I change my way of thinking? How can I tap into what's really important? How do I prioritize? And it's across different things. People come to us interested in their concerns of their career or their relationships, their money, fashion, travel. These are the things that people are really connecting with, and travel's a big part of it. So I talk about balance. It's like being, when you get on a plane, they say put the oxygen mask on you first, because if you don't, something happens, you'll be useless for anybody else. So this is a place I want people to come to and just get in and just take a deep breath and go, okay, settle themselves and just really think about, their purpose, reevaluate, reconnect, reinvent is a big thing that I talk about. So yes, and from that we've got 12 online learning courses for people who want to go a bit deeper into it. We've got great life coaching courses, upgrading your IT skills, for women who want to get back into the workforce or perhaps want to start a small business for themselves.
Brilliant.
Different things that are really working for us, is particularly in that life coaching area. So it just basically says we're all ready and want to be a bit more connected and just want to spend more time working on the important things in life.
Yep.
So that's balance. And plus, we also have travel. So travel is a part where I know we'll talk about it in a minute, but we do travel and also live events. We had our first live event where I got some of our coaches and mentors. We had a huge one-day reconnect event. I spoke. We had Amanda Gore, who's very funny, but just really cutting to the core of what's important in life. Our IT coach telling us how to unplug and some clever things, and how many hours we do spend on clearing our inbox that we shouldn't. So all these things are really, really helpful. So yeah, we're getting into live events. So it's busy.
It certainly is. You mentioned what's important to you. Can you, for Deborah Hutton, what's the core importance in her life these days?
The thing that I'm driven by primarily, because it's kind of different I compartmentalize my life in a way, but the thing that I'm driven very much by is really helping women to stand up in front of 130 people last week and look at these faces and know that we actually have the power to help change people's lives for the better is something that's really driving me. So the work part of my life is really important, and connecting with women, I love it, because I just think I can see we're changing people's lives, and that just, to me, is something that I feel it's very humbling, but I feel very proud of that we can do that. So that's a big thing. I have balance on one side, and I've sort of got Deborah Hutton on the other. So she's just picked up me in the third person. I've just picked up a new show with Foxtel called Event, and it's like a spectrum section. It's like a what's on guide to what's happening around the country in arts and entertainment. And that's exciting. We went to air our first episode was last week, so we're working on that. We've got a big pre-production meeting tomorrow, but it's a really great show on Foxtel Arts, which is just we've got live performances and interviews and just things that I'm really passionate about. So that's a big thing. Golf is a massive part of my life. Not only do I play it, but I also represent different companies within that. And I've become more of an ambassador around golf and getting women into golf. So that's another facet up there. My cookbook, I'm bringing out a second cookbook, which is being launched in the beginning of November, which is a really big, beautiful book. And it's downstairs. I should actually have it here, but it's downstairs. And that's been a great work in progress the last 2 years, would you believe? So that's coming out for the end of the year for Christmas, called Entertaining Made Easy with Deborah Hutton. So that's the book. And I'm going down this weekend to host Olivia Newton-John's. She has a big gala ball every year that I do for them, raising money for and awareness for her hospital in Victoria. So I'm going down, so I'm putting on my frock and heading down to Melbourne this weekend to do that. So balancing lots of balls.
You are amazing. You started in fashion and as a model. How has your attitude to fashion changed or evolved over the years? How do you look at fashion now?
I think I sort of think less fashion, more style is what I'm sort of connecting with. Look, I'm the last person to buy a new handbag or even know what the latest shoe would be to wear. I'm more comfortable in Converse One Stars and jeans and t-shirts. That's my comfort zone. I'm not a big fashion person, but I'm a style person. It's kind of how you wear your jeans and sneakers, and it's about buying, having a great jacket that you just go, that's my go-to jacket. That's my go-to jean. Yes, you got to have. I spend more time in corporate functions and hosting things. I've got a few sort of dresses. I go, yep. So they're kind of work related and comfort related. But fashion, I'm not interested. I don't buy fashion magazines. And like I said, I don't know what the trends are. I think when you get to this age, it's important to know what you look good in and what works for you as a person. It's going to be different to whoever that person is over there.
Yep.
You do need a full-length mirror, and you do need your best girlfriend to tap you on the shoulder and say, "Ad's a bit short." That's just that much too short. Thank you. So yeah, and that's what it's about. I think it's understanding what looks good for you, and being comfortable. I think we tend to get a bit lost with fashion and what we should be doing, and I think it's important to update, but cleverly, without spending a fortune. I don't spend a lot of money on fashion at all. Like I said, I'll just get a great jacket and I'll just buy little sports girl t-shirts or, but I know that I want a v-neck. You just got to find the things that work for you and the colours that work for you. So yeah.
So I take it no tattoos or piercings?
Oh, God, no. Too much of that going on.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. So what are the current passions and projects? You've mentioned a few along the way. But...
Yeah, well, that's sort of it. I mean, we're in the midst of and I'll talk about it. I started working for a company last year. I was given the great privilege of being a godmother of a brand new river cruise ship in Vienna, and I went over there and smashed the champagne and wished all those that sailed on her, and it was just an amazing experience to be involved in. And then that company, Avalon Waterways, said, we love having you part of our company and it's great, let's do some things together. So we decided that I would charter a ship. I mean, that's what you do, right? You just go, yeah, hey, I'll just charter a ship. So we're chartering a brand new river cruise ship and we're travelling from Paris down to the Riviera, down to the south of France in August next year, in August 2016. And it's called the Deborah Hutton Balanced Food, Wine and Wellness Cruise. And it's funny because it's like, remember Julie McCoy from The Love Boat?
Yes.
And she had the clipboard and she'd welcome everyone. That'll be me. I would have the clipboard and I'll be like Julie, the cruise director. And it's fun. I've got Lyndall Mitchell, who's one of our coaches. She's going to get up in the morning and do some beautiful breathing, meditation, yoga, little wellness rituals on the deck in the morning. And then I've got another coach who's a wine journalist critique, and he's come on board because we're sailing through some of those beautiful wine areas in France. So he's going to sort of curate a couple of special experiences. Lyndall's going to also focus on a couple of spas. We've got great food, and I'm like, this cruise is just for me. I don't even care if anybody else comes. I'm like, I got food, wine, and wellness. I'm like there, and I'm in France. I mean, what better country do you want to enjoy all those things? So we're doing that. So it's very exciting. So that's happening. That's happening August next year. So we just had a meeting this morning, just going through, just detailing some of those little excursions that we're going to have during that 11-day trip. So it's very exciting.
Are you a personal development reader? What's your latest book that's in that sort of genre? I'm
too busy editing, reading everything that goes on our site. So
oh, look, I hear you.
Yeah, I'm not a book reader because I don't have time to read books. I tend to do magazines, and I read a lot. Collective. A mate of mine, Lisa Messenger, created a magazine a couple of years ago called The Collective, which is really directed towards entrepreneurs, and I get really inspired by people who are out there doing it. So, and it's a magazine, so it's easy for me to just read little articles and stuff like that. But I read a lot online, and I that's sort of pretty much how I engage. But books, I'm a reserve for maybe 3-week holidays, which are rare, so that's why I don't read that many books.
And movies wise, are you? What's your favourite movie?
I don't have a favourite movie. I hosted the Foxtel movie show for a couple of years, and I could rattle off a number of them, and different genres.
Yep.
You know, it's really. I enjoy romance. I love thrillers. I love drama. You know, I really. I mean, one of the movies that comes to mind is Gladiator with Russell Crowe. That is probably it was such an amazing movie, and they had it with the Sydney Symphony Orchestra at the Opera House earlier this year. So they actually played the movie in the Opera House, and they were doing the score, and it was so incredible to watch this movie, but have the chorus and everything. You could sort of see them in the Opera House, and I was like, wow, that's the way to go. So I love it. I mean, there's always great movies coming out. Last night I was even watching the Peter Allen on. They've got the story, the 2-part series of Peter Allen.
Yes.
I said, I'm in tears watching this. You know, I love true stories. I love real human stories. That's probably where I connect the most.
You know, I mentioned, I think, in one of our communiques about Bob Buford's book, you know, the move from success to significance. And I'd be interested in your take at this, dare I say it, we're in the second stage of our life, or the second half of our life.
I call it, this is the third age. I refer to it as the third age, so you can dare say what you like. That's how I refer to it.
And what do you mean by the third age?
It's the third age. The first age is I think when you're in your 20s and you got your party shoes on. And then, you know, life is all great and you're dancing on tables. And then the second stage of your life is when you're building a family and you found your house partner and you're building and growing and creating. And the third age is like, well, it's just, it's me now. You know, I don't know what's happening up there, but I got to focus on me and where I'm going for the next third and final stage of my life. And that's how I look at it anyway.
Yep. And the legacy that Deborah Hutton wants to leave behind? What would it be?
I've never been asked that question before. I've never thought about it. I don't see myself as leaving a legacy. If anything, I would really hope that I think, I know I get some beautiful letters from people that I just inspire people to be and to make the most out of their life and not to sit on the sidelines and wait. I think if there's a passion that you've always had, there's no time like the present to act on it. Every day is an absolute gift, and you just never know. That's why I think this third age is such a brilliant time of empowerment, because it's our opportunity to run with it. Because at this point in time, usually the kids are grown up, and you know, this is your time. This is your time to do what you want. And you know, maybe you're sick of that job and you want to do something else. It's a beautiful time in your life to absolutely grab it and run with it. And that's why health is so important, because you've got the opportunity there. You're the wisest you've ever been. You're the most knowledgeable you've ever been. So you've got to be healthy enough to go out and make the most of the opportunities and create those opportunities. I don't know if I'm going to leave a legacy, but I just hope I leave a thought that people think about that they act on it. That, you know, it's just important to do things for you now, and not tomorrow, but now.
Well, Deborah Hutton, thank you very much for your input to us today. That has been inspiring. I found it inspiring. You're exactly the sort of person that we want to celebrate in our website. But thank you very much.
With pleasure. You've got a great website. You've got lots of stuff on there that's really relevant. So so it's fun. I've jumped on a couple of times after we met at the Digital Marketer Conference, and it's great. And listen, we're all out there doing our thing, and this just proves what you can do when you put your mind to something, and how available everything is these days. And maybe with anyone who's actually listening to us, it's like, you know, look what you've done, look what I've done, you know. Surround yourself with people who are smarter than you, and get together and create something. Because you know, and don't be limited by your imagination. Just make it big and make it beautiful.
Yep. I should tell our readers that I read an article on you in one of the magazines. It might have been, was it Women's Health or Women's Weekly? I can't remember now. And it was a great article, and I just thought, you know, you're awesome. I thought, I wonder how I could get a hold of Deborah Hutton to do an interview with her for our website. And I was musing how I would get in contact with your management, and then we went to this Digital Marketer Conference, and there you were sitting in the row in front of me. So I thought, aha, the universe has conspired.
See, you just got to use manifestation.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was just fantastic. And I'll just tell everybody that when I approached Deb, when we stood up at the conference at a break, and you were so magnanimous and generous and agreed to do this interview then and there, which even, I was amazed at. I could have been a horrible stalking serial killer or something.
That's why we're on Skype.
Yeah, fair enough. But thank you very much for your kindness and your generosity, and for the wise words that you've said to everybody today.
That's very kind. Thank you. It's been a pleasure talking to you. I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Deborah.